Okay, so Kalkalosh, we're going to start Siv Zayin in the Shulchan Aruch. Siv Zayin says as follows: Mozgin lo miyad kos sheni kedei sheyishalu hatinokot. Yeah, lama shotim kos sheni kol mesuda. So we're going to pour the second cup in order that the children are going to ask us, why are you pouring, why are you drinking a second cup before the Suda? V'im en chokhma beben. What happens if the son is not wise enough to ask him the question? So his father will come and he will ask him. I'm not sure if you guys could hear me properly. Okay. So then he says, Im en lo.
And if he does not have a child, so then ishto sholato. So then his wife is going to ask him this question. Okay, v'im lav, and if not, hu shoel etzmo, he's going to ask himself. Finu tamidei chachamim, and even tamidei chachamim, sholim ze lezeh man ishtana, they're going to ask themselves man ishtana. Ushabenu ha'isha shoelet, en tzich lomar man ishtana lamatchil avadim. So basically, if it's going to be the son or the wife that are asking, so then it doesn't have to say, right, man ishtana, but rather ma'avadim ayinu. That means basically he doesn't have to say again the manishtana, just they say the manishtana, and he begins immediately with avadim adinu. Ushematchil avadim ayinu, when we start avadim ayinu lefaro machzira kiara sheba matzot lefanav, you bring it back in front of you, this plate, okay? Vekore kol ha'agada, and you're going to read the entire agada. Ushiagia, and then when you're going to get to lematzah zo, tzarich lagbiya la'rotan ha'mesubin shechavev ha'mitzot alehem. So he says, when you get to the matzah zo, you're going to pick up the matzot. You're going to point to the matzot to show the chibur mitzvah. Here it says, v'yesh lagbiya matzah prusa shtikel lechamami. According to the Rama, you should pick up the middle one. V'chen kasheyagia lamaror zeh, and when you get to maror zeh, right, the same halacha, you're going to pick up the maror. I already told you a numerous amount of times that there's a lot of people that they come, they point to their wives. Yeah, so it all depends on who you are. Yeah, so
o la suegra, ¿no?
O a la suegra. Depende quién está ahí. Depends which one you love more. So then they have here the maror zeh, they do the exact same thing.
No, I love my suegra, for the record. I love my suegra.
Ah, okay, fine, okay. You could tell your wife is probably behind you, no?
Or who you fear more.
Who you fear more. Okay, that's another one. So he says, when you get to lefichach, magbiya kol echad koso, lefichach anatu chayavim leodo lealel. Yes, you pick up the cup. Magbiya kol echad koso b'yado ad shechutem gal Yisrael, until you finish Baruch Ata Hashem gal Yisrael. Says the Rama, ונוהגים לזרוק מעט מן הכוס באצבע כשמגיע לדם ואש ותמרות עשן. So there's a minhag to take a little bit out with your finger when you get to דם ואש ותמרות עשן, and also when you mention the makot, מבצע חדש ואחיו. Ubifrat akol, right? And everything together, it's going to be Zayin Pamim, 17 times. Why do you have 17 times? Because you have the 10 makot, the Tzach Hadash Be'achav is another 3, and Dam Va'esh V'Timrot Hashan is another 3, so that's 16. Exactly, 16 times. Make sense? Yeah, 16 makes sense, yeah? Okay. Shtika Toda. Everyone agrees. So the bread should always be revealed. Here, obviously, the bread means matzot. When they're saying the Agodah, until lefichach, you're going to pick up the cup. And then again, you're going to cover the bread. Because again, it's an embarrassment for the bread whenever you're picking up the kos of Kiddush. So since it's an embarrassment, you always cover it. That's one of the reasons why, by the way, we actually cover the bread. Right? We cover the bread because it's an embarrassment for the kos of Kiddush. You know, there was a Moroccan minhag. There was a Moroccan minhag to cover the bread for Birkat Hamazon. I never understood why, because we always speak about the embarrassment. What is the embarrassment? Embarrassment is that technically Hamotzi should come before Hagefen. So here, if you're going to do Kiddush on Hagefen before Motzi, you're embarrassing the bread. So you cover the bread, and you do the Kiddush, and then you do the Hamotzi afterwards. Makes sense. But for Birkat Hamazon, what's the connection? Why for Birkat Hamazon? Are you going to cover the bread? So I still remember when I was younger, I went and I told these Moroccans, I went and said, well, what are you guys doing? I said, it doesn't make sense according to halakha. Finally, I found in Rabbi Shalom Esas, he speaks about this case, and he gives one beautiful answer, but then I'll tell you another answer that Piskei Teshuvot. The answer of Rabbi Shalom Esas is that there's two reasons brought down the covering the bread. One of them was because of the embarrassment. Another one was Zechel Aman. So he says, for the Zechel Aman, what was Zechel Aman? You had on the bottom, right, there was a Shichvat Tal, there was like a layer of dew on the bottom, there was a man, and then a layer on the top. That's why some people also say that that's the pashtida, the pastel that we do on Friday night is the same thing. You have potatoes, meat, and potatoes, right? And then some people even put the egg on the top and they put they do with a fork to do like the dew that was on the top. But it's zechel aman. It's mamash to remember the manna that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us. So he says, what happened is that he says, that's the reason why also we're supposed to have on the bottom of the challah, a challah board, and on top a covering, not just on the top, on the bottom and the top. We should have both, right? That is, it's a sandwich, that the bread is in the middle. So he said, according to that, the Birkat Hamazon should also need it. Because it wasn't only during the time of the Motzi, any time that we did anything to do with the bread, it always had to be covered twice. Nothing to do with the geffen, right? According to the Shita, nothing to do with it. It all had to do with any time that we're talking about the bread or the manna, which is the food, you needed double coverings on the top and the bottom. So also for Birkat Hamazon and also for the Hamotzi. The answer though that says the Piskei Teshuvot, which is also very beautiful, was Kol Shel Birkat Hamazon. He says whenever you're going to use a Kol Shel Birkat Hamazon, he says what are you going to do? You're going to also pick up the cup. So again you have an embarrassment to the bread. So again you would cover the bread because of the Kol Shel Birkat Hamazon. So again, obviously the Kol Shel Birkat Hamazon is only with 3 people. And some people don't even do it with that, but it was another reason why they used to cover the bread for the Birkat Hamazon. So here, they would cover the bread, they would leave the bread with the matzah revealed the entire time until you get to, right, that you're picking up the cup and then you cover the bread, you cover the matzah. Okay, let's see the Mishna. Until here, we're all clear. You're all with me. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Siv Zayin. Yeah, Siv Katan Samech Zayin, Miyad. So here we're talking about that we're going to, what was the Miyad here immediately? It says Mozgin lo kos Miyad kos sheni. So by the way, here it's written that we're going to immediately fill up the cup by kos sheni. I'm going to ask you a question. When do you fill up the cup of kos sheni? Right before Manishtana or right before Halachmania? Nobody? What?
I'm sorry, repeat.
When do you fill up the cup, the second cup?
Right after the first, you drink the first one, no?
So that means you're saying it's even mamash. You just finish and you start right away.
You fill up the cup and you go into the next part.
Don't we do it in Alemania?
After Mishna.
After Manishtana?
I think so.
I say around there, but I don't remember.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that I remember there was a big machloket. Here in this Agada in front of me, it tells me right before Manishtana. There were other Agadot. Let me get the one of Rabbi Benaim. The one of Rabbi Benaim tells you right before Manishtana. So it's after Alachmania, right before Manishtana. Let me see this one. Here, it doesn't even tell you when it is. No? This one doesn't even tell you when to fill it up. Anybody else has any type of agadot over there? No? Some means it comes out only before Manishtana.
Papá, tú tenías la hoja esa. En la hoja esa también dice cuándo hay que llenarlo. My father has a paper from Tangier from 1950 something.
Ah, very nice. So what does it say? So what does it say there?
I thought I had it. I went to look for it because I had a copy of it, but I can't find it. I just asked him to look for it. He went to look at it. He went to get it.
Ah, you went to get it. Okay, fine, very good. Okay, no, because I want to find out because here in the Shulchan Aruch, if you want to be mezayek in the lashon of the Shulchan Aruch, the lashon of the Shulchan Aruch is right before Manishtana. You understand? It's not by the Halachmanya because Halachmanya was the previous thing. You understand?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
So that's in the Shulchan Aruch. It's mashma you're doing it right before Manishtana. Even though, if I remember, it could be that we used to do it before. Let me check the Petach Tikva. Petach Tikva 1. Yeah, I told you. The Petach Tikva Sidur says that you fill it up. Se llena el segundo vaso de vino is before Bibilu.
I don't know why I think that that's also when the paper says, my father's paper, but I can't find the paper.
Okay, so if he does find it, but that's what I told you. I told you that I remember that there's a difference. Some people do it by halachmania. Sammy, you said you do it by halachmania?
Yeah, by Halachmania.
Okay, so
I think I thought it was there.
What happened?
Papá, ¿lo encontraste? He's muted.
I unmute him.
Ahora. ¿Lo encontraste, papá? No. No encontré el papel. Yo no sé, yo tenía la copia del papel, no sé dónde está.
Okay, so tratan de conseguir una copia, pero es muy importante para saber. You know, because again, this was obviously, you understand, I mean, this is mamash our minhaj. So basically, we would have to find out, okay? Fine. So
I'll look for it anyway.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so it says over here, so again, even though that was our custom, here it's mashma more in the Shulchan Aruch that you do it after the halachmanya, because this is right before the manishtana. So it says, miyad rotze lomar, shelo yamtin ben zigat hakos ad sheyagia leleficha, which means you're not going to wait until the leficha. She'al tzarich le'echol hakos biyado, but then you have to pick it up. Ela miyad shemasira ke'aram el shulchan mozeg. Immediately when you take it off the table, that's when you're already pouring it. So again, for us, if we're doing it even before, we're doing it, that's what it says over here, we're doing it by the bivilu. Se llena el segundo vaso del vino by Magid, at the beginning of Magid, and then we start, whether it's Yom Zeh, or we just start the bivilu yatzanu mimitzayim. You understand? And then we do the halachman. So that was just...
Rabino.
Sí.
Rabino, mira, yo tengo la Agada aquí que escribió el rabino Isaac Cohen de Venezuela. Y aquí pone Magid. Se llenará la segunda copa de vino, se lleva la bandeja del Seder y se acostumbra a pasarla por encima de la cabeza a todos los presentes. Y después viene vivirlo.
Muy bien. Entonces exactamente es el mismo como este de Tánger, de que era de Petach Tikva, el makot de Petach Tikva. Exactamente. Entonces eso fue el costumbre, yo creo. Right? He said that's the custom that we had. So Ronnie, just to get back, what we're trying to say is that we had a machloket here because the Shulchan Aruch says that when do you do the filling up of the second cup? So Maran and Sif Zayin says that you fill it up mosgilo miyad kosheni kedeshi shalut inokot, and this is what? By manishtana. Halachmanya was before, in Sif Vav. In Sif Vav was halachmanya, that's right over here. Yomar halachmanya manishtana, and then in Sif Zayin, right, it's the other one. Okay, so basically what happens is is that all of a sudden what we're trying to say now is that there was two different customs. Because here it's written, however, though, I told them that it was brought down and I was certain that it was going to be by halachmania, meaning that even before the vivhilu, they already used to fill up the second cup. So Sami Maya said that was his custom. I said that I thought that was our custom. So Ari said that we was going to check with the paper. But then I actually also checked. In this the Petach Tikva Sidur, and he also has it that it's gonna be by the beginning of Magid. Okay, so the truth is actually Chabal, because I just took my Pesach time. I have to check again my Pesach guide because I don't remember what I wrote down on the Pesach guide, so we might have to change it. But that was for sure probably our minhag. So we're just going to make sure. But Senor Belachsen also said that Rav Yitzchak Cohen also brought it down on the same thing. Fine. Next.
Wait, so then by halachmania, that's our minhag?
Right before halachmania, meaning right before halachmania. Remember, right before halachmania is a bivhilu. So right before the bivhilu, you fill up all the cups. When you finish filling up all the cups, you take the ke'ara and bivhilu and you start banging everybody on their heads. Yeah. Okay, fine. Next. Kos sheni, the second cup. This is a very, very famous Mishna Berura, that the Mishna Berura says you do not need to do shtifa v'adacha because you already did shtifa for kiddush, which means that since you already rinsed out the cup for the kiddush, so therefore you don't need to rinse it out again. Now, what does that mean, rinsing it out? We know that if the cup is already clean, you do not need to do it at all. However, though, to do the shtifa v'adacha, I brought it down here. I brought it down over here. Everyone knows what shtifa v'adacha is?
I know the translation of the words, but what's the halachic implication?
So the halachic implication is that a kos shel bracha, you usually have to do shtifa v'adacha. Shtifa v'adacha means rinsing it out on the inside and on the outside. Okay. Now, what happens is that what happens by this halakha? Do you also have to rinse out the cups or not? That's the question. So we actually had a huge machloket about this a few years ago, if you remember. I think, Adi, you were also there, you remember? And basically what happened was that they brought this Mishnah Berura saying that you didn't have to do it. And I always used to tell people that of a sayad, right, they used to actually have a bucket beside them, and the bucket beside them, between every single cup, they would insert it into the bucket and take it out. So therefore, that was the shtifa v'adacha. So we were going back and forth. This Mishnah Berura was a proof that you didn't need to do it. However, though, right, when we spoke about this, what happened is that I brought you down. It was actually a kappa chayim and a ben ishchai, and it was much more as well. Right now, here it is. Mezigat kos. Matay mozgin. Are you listening? Wow. Listen carefully. Our minhag or their minhag. Listen carefully. This is to do with when do you pour the cup. I didn't find yet about the pouring. It says here like this. There's a machloket rishonim. When do you pour the second cup? Rashi and the Rashbam, they say that you do it after halachmania, before manishtana. Okay, and that's also the kolbo and the Derkei Moshe. However, though the Rambam, the Orchot Chaim, the Rosh Miluni, that's the same person, Ushibula Leket says that we do it before halachmania. Okay, so it says over here. So it says La Halacha, the Shulchan Aruch says Mozgin Lo Kos Sheni after halachmania, before manishtana, and the Kappa Chaim says that Tama Meziga Ukedei Sheish Lo Tenigot, אבל לשאר המסובים אין צריך למזוג אלא נירת לפיכך הנאמרת בהגבהת הכוס. So it comes out that actually we are going like the Rambam. So if somebody's going to ask you, where does this Moroccan custom come to start filling up the cup before halachmania, it's actually the Rambam. Okay, so that's important. Now, shtifa v'adacha, I can't find. Let me see. Hachanot l'arba kosot. Arba kosot. Tanin. No, I can't find it here. So, it's over here. Okay, so basically like this. I'll bring you down what I wrote a long time ago. It says here like this. The Gemara Masechet Pesachim Kufchet Amud Bet says, Amar Vidam Shmuel Dalet Kosot Alalu Tzarich Shiye Behem Kedei Mezigat Kos Yafeh. The Rashbam explains שצריך לקדש בדלת כוסות כמו כוס ברכת המזון. That you need all the 10 things. You need shtifa, vadacha, chai, malei, itur, ituf. You take it with your 2 hands. You put it in your right hand. You pick it up a tefach. You put your eyes inside of it. You send it to your wife. All these things. Kama Rishonim katvu that there's the ma'alot, just like the kos b'kat hamazon. It's the rokeach, like et yosher and pri megadim. Okay. However, though some people say that only in the first and the third one, which is the actual kos b'kat hamazon, do you need that? The Mishna Berura and Siman Tafayin Gimel Sikatan Chet, Samechet, sorry, wrote down that Kos Sheni does not need it. But look at the Ben Ish Chai, Parashat Tzav, that you do need it. And also the Chaye Adam, the Chaim Falache, and the Kaf HaChaim Sofer in Sikatan Aleph. In the Halachot of Magid, he brings down in the back of the book that in the Chazon Ovadia says that according to the Kabbalah, you don't need it, right? But the Ben Ish Chai says that you do need it, and this is like a Hidur Mitzvah. ובאמת, it's written מפורש in the Shut Marshal, להיעדר בלילה זה וזה. However, though the Kaf HaChaim brings down that according to the Kabbalah, you do need to do the Shtifat HaKos. And then the Kaf HaChaim brings down that it's good that you should have a bucket, a kli maleh mayim close to the table, in order to rinse out all the cups between one cup and another cup. Here it is. It's Amud Shin Mem Gimen. Oh, I was in the wrong place. That's why. Here it is. Shin Mem Gimen. Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Very good. So basically that was to do with rinsing out of cups. So that means even though this Mishnah Berura here says you do not need to do shtifa vadacha for the kiddush, right? Again, obviously, we would do it. And it has it here also. Footnote number 6. Ulam b'sefer ben Ish Chai brings down that all the dalet kosot need shtifa vadacha. So he wants to say that it's midat chasidut. Okay? Fine. So that's another halakha. Interesting halakha. So you understood what you're supposed to do.
So practically speaking, just a little water and shake it around, and that's it, right?
No. So basically like this. It all depends. If you want to put the bucket beside you, then that's perfect. I don't do the bucket beside me, but what I do is that since anyway we already learned 2 days ago that you should drink the majority of the cup or the entire cup, what I do is when I finish drinking, I immediately go to the kitchen and I rinse out the cup inside and outside, and then I bring it back to the table. That was shtifa vadacha. That's what I do. Okay?
So you do that before each single cup?
Again, one more time?
You do that between each single cup, like between the first and the second,
between the first and the second and the third and the fourth. I do that between every single cup. We're going to see that the Mishnah Berura does agree that on cup number 1 and cup number 3, you also have to do that. Because cup number 3 is Kosa Birkat Hamazon. And Kosa Birkat Hamazon, it's written Mefurash that you need Shtifa Vadacha. And Siman Kufei Gimen in Hilchot Kosa Birkat Hamazon. So therefore, the only machloket that we have between us is in 2 and 4. This is cost number 2. Do you have to do this for cost number 2? Mishnah Berura says no. The Ben Ish Chai says yes. Kaf HaChaim says yes. All the other opinions say yes. The one that I told you. Right? But again, it's a big machloket. I'm not going to say it's not a machloket. It's a machloket. I do it. Right? Maybe it's because of the Sfaradim usually did like the Kabbalah anyway. It could be. Remember, we're doing a lot according to the Kabbalah. The Arizal's plate is Al Pia Kabbalah. We do like the Arizal's plate. There's a lot of things that we're doing. Okay? Fine. So then that's also another important halakha. Or you could do like Rav Asayek, as I told you. You just have a bucket, you dip and that's it. You dip it inside and that's it. And then you're already done. That was the Kaf HaChaim as well. Fine. Next. Mishnah Berura, Sif Katan Samech Tet says, Kedesh Yishalu. Why are you doing this? You're making it that they should ask the questions. Which means you're trying to preempt them to cause them to ask questions. So now what's happening is that you're going to start asking them a whole bunch of questions, right? And so then they're going to start asking more and more. They're going to say, Daddy, but why do we do this? 1 second, I've got another thing. Why are we dipping vegetables? When was the last time you dipped vegetables? And what was the last time you used to do Netilat for that? And what was it? So you're going to start asking. So that's what we want. Okay, and then it says that either the son or the wife could ask it. And the same halacha would be if it's a Tamid Chacham Echad Shelo Lechavero Nishal, they don't have to say Ano Manishtana again. Which means that you don't have to say Manishtana a second time around or a third time around. I'm very cuadrado, so I like it that after the children already sing the Manishtana, I will sing it again. Manishtana halala, like in our tune. But technically speaking, you don't need to. The second that they ask the Manishtana, you could continue with Avadim Ayim. You don't have to continue it. You don't have to say it. Okay?
We have them in the Halach Manya to say it a few times. So say it like 3 times.
Yeah, that we brought down in the name of...
I still didn't know what that meant when I left. So I Googled it or whatever, looked it up when I got home.
Oh, I must have missed it, sorry.
1 second. We brought that down when we said Halach Ma'anya. 1 second. Here it is. Yoman Halach Manya, Samech Aleph. Halach Manya, okay, Halach Manya 3. Ulfi Kabbalah, you should say Halach Manya, correct? And then he says, the minhag is Ben Ishchai. Ben Ishchai says that the minhag is to say Halach Manya 3 times. Ben Ishchai Shana Bishona, Parashat Tzav, Ot Lamed Gimel. Okay, and according to the Ish Matzliach, he says that one of those times they say Halach Manya in order to be Tzechova all the deot. Because there's a machloket, you say Ha or Hey. So because of that machloket, that we say Ha. But because of that machloket, that's why on one of them they say Hey. And by doing that, they were Yitzchova all the opinions. Okay? Then it says Koreh Kol Agada. You're going to read the entire Agada. Be'en lomar be'seba. You don't have to say be'seba. Rak be'ema v'ira. But only in fear and trepidez. How do you say it? Be'ema v'ira. With fear and trepidez. I don't know. How do you say it in English?
Trepidation.
Trepidation, thank you. So it's fear and trepidation. Now, when you are going to say v'nomar lefanav shira, you have to say it with the nekudot segel, like v'ne'emar. V'ne'emar is lashon avar, is in the past tense, because it's talking about Geulat Mitzrayim. So here I have a number 2 and a number 3. Number 2 says, the Chazon Ovadia was pasak that if you wanted to do heseba, you're allowed to. You have what to rely on. Which means, we just said that you don't do heseba for the Agadah. However, though, because you have to say with fear, you're not going to be lying down. The leaning is like a cherut of you're lying like this. You're not going to do that when you're reading out of fear or trepidation. So the Chazon Ovadia says you have what to rely on if you are going to lie down like that. The next one though says that the Nusach HaSfaradim is v'nomar lefanav hallelujah becholam. And that's what's menukad in a lot of the Agadot, also the Ashkenazim as well. So we say v'nomar lefanav hallelujah. Where is this?
There's a cute note here in the Dirshu. It says,
yeah, what does he say?
It says Rav Nisim Kareli, it says, באופן סיפורי יציאה מצרים, שצריך להיות באופן שיבינו וירגישו ויתפעלו ממה שעשה השם לנו במצרים, ולהודות להשם על כל זה. בכל שאר הפלפולים, הדרשות והקושיות, אין עניינם לסיפור יציאת מצרים ואין מקומם בזמן זה של קריאת ההגדה.
Very good. No, that if you remember, we spoke about it, I think it was a few years ago, we said that a lot of people, they come and they want to bring all their people on the night of Yitzhak Mitzrayim. That's not Sipur Yitzhak Mitzrayim. Sipur Yitzhak Mitzrayim is to go over through the Midrashim, the stories of what happened, what actually went through it, a beautiful sefer as Let My Nation Go. I try whenever I have the time to, run through it before the night of the Agadah, because there's just so many beautiful Midrashim to understand what Be'emet took place there and what transpired. It's something incredible, but that's all Midrashim. That's a Pashut Pshat. What's it going to help you? 1 second. What happened when the blood turned into blood? Was it blood for the Bnei Yisrael and then it changed back to water for the Bnei Yisrael? Or was it water and it turned into blood for the Egyptians? And then you go back and forth. So what's an nafkamina? What do I care whether it was water and it turned to blood for the Egyptians, or it was blood and it turned to water for the Jews? And he says the nafkamina is you're not allowed to benefit from ma'aseh nes. So if you're going to say that it was blood and then it turned into water, the Jews are benefiting from Maaser Nisim. If you're going to tell me that it was water and then it turned into blood for the Egyptians, so the Jews were allowed to sell the water to the Egyptians, there's no problem. But all that is all pilpul. It's very beautiful. It's very nice and back and forth. And there's a, but it's all brain teasers, but it's not a Sipur Yetziat Mitzrayim. Sipur Yetziat Mitzrayim has to be the story of what happened when they left Mitzrayim. So that's what he was saying there. That this entire concept, 100%. Chazak. Okay, fine. So then it says, so our minhag. Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know if you can see my thing. So here, this is a paper.
I'm not looking at you. Hold on a second. Let me see. I don't even have you here. Oh, here you are. Yes. Okay.
So this is a paper from Tangier in 1956. And then over here, it actually says that you do it before you start everything, before Halachmania.
Very good. Okay, so that was about minhag. No, so you know what? Very, very good. I'm very happy about that because the truth is, let me just check very quickly. I actually just printed it now. I printed it today. The Pesach guide. Let me see if I don't remember what I wrote down over there. Let me check very quickly. Pesach.
Adi, I'll trade you that paper for a couple of masks.
Question, Rabbi.
Yes.
The way that you put the plate, which one is the way you said? In the middle goes the lechuga?
Yeah, the middle two, meaning there's two in the middle. There's one in the center middle and one in the bottom middle.
Right, that's the lettuce.
Yeah, that's the maror and chazeret. Okay, on the top right you have the zroa, the shank bone. On the top left you have the beitza. Okay,
That's
and then the karpas. Yeah, that's Ari de la karosh. Very nice.
So that's the way.
You know what? Do me a favor, Ari. Why don't you take a picture of that paper and send it over?
No, that costs money. Sure. That costs a few masks.
That's gonna cost a few masks. Okay. Let me see here.
No, I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you. You want me to send
Don't worry, they're in the mail. They're in the mail.
You want me to take a picture, send it to you, Robbie?
Yes, please.
Okay.
The truth is, I wrote down in the Pesach guide. I'm gonna share you the screen.
I'm gonna help you 1 second.
1 second. I'm gonna share you my screen. Here. I'm sharing with everyone the new screen. This is the Pesach guide. So this is if you want to call it, you can call it the Pesach guide for dummies. But basically, this is going to have everything that you need to know. Because in this Pesach guide, right, you have the order of the Seder, okay? And then later on, you're going to have one by one, urchat, karpas, yachat, and every single thing. How much you're eating, reclining, not reclining, no magid.
So all of these.
Sorry. Yeah, he made it for Ronnie.
I made it for Ronnie. No, the truth is though that I made this guy
Como
a few years ago.
tú acabas de entrar y ya empiezas a atacar.
Voy a buscar otro shigur porque esto
Go back to your conditón. Go back to your conditón.
Fine. So here it is. Everyone, listen, look here. Umagid. You see it here? This is it. The second cup of wine is filled, and we start reciting the Agadah. When we get to Manishtana, the Seder Plate is it. So again, technically speaking, I don't know if you want the, this is at the beginning of Magid. So this is actually like what we did, even before the Manishtana. Because we do the Magid and then we do the Bivilu. So the truth is,
we remove the plate.
Which one? I couldn't hear. What happened? No, I thought somebody said something.
Sorry. Yeah, no, we removed the plate.
Okay, so I already told you from Shitat Shulchan Aruch, it's mashma, it's just placed at the end of the table. And then here it's just brought back to its place. Adi, you have something there written?
No, I only go by what Tito Mommy does.
Adi?
Qué boril.
Aywa, Adi. No, you're there?
Sorry, here. What was the question? I'm sorry, I just sent you a picture.
Do you see, okay, you sent the picture, thank you. Did you see where it's written there, what do you do with a Seder plate? Whether you just put it at the end of the table or do you take it off the table?
No, it says, se quita el plato de la mesa.
Sí, Rabino, aquí también, Rabino, en esta carta dice, se devuelve se quita el plato, se retira de la mesa la bandeja del símbolo de Seder, y el más joven dice Manishtana, y se devuelve antes de Abadim.
Sí, se dice Mashah y luego después se vuelve el plato a la mesa, descubriendo las matzot, y se dice Abadim.
Exacto, es lo que tengo yo escrito aquí.
O entonces lo copió de aquí.
No, puede ser.
Okay, so basically, so you're saying that the minhag was completely, to completely move it from the table.
Bueno, para decir Emet, aquí en esta Agadá Botenu, dice lo que dice el rabino.
So, okay,
Aquí dice,
I was studying Harav Bakshi's Haggadah today. He says to move it to the end of the table.
No, but that's for sure, because that's Shitat Maran. Maran for sure says the end of the table. I'm just trying to find out if Be'emet there was a minhag to move it just at the end, or just was to completely remove it.
in this one, is Abotenu, it says, Umazizin letzad hashulchan et ha'ke'ara. This is the Abotenu.
Okay,
Eso
so
forastero.
Fine. When you want, it's forastero. Fine, I don't know.
No, yo siempre, esta forastero.
Okay,
Tito Momi por este lo sacaba.
Okay, I'm going to find out about Tito Momi. I have to find out. I'm going to have to ask Rabbi Isai. So now we have how many questions pending already?
You know what I thought about? I thought about today, Rabbi, if you want, because Rabbi Isai is in Israel, maybe he can make a guest appearance one night for us. Could be cute. Just a little, I've seen him do the open question answer in Pesach. Every year he does it. He sits in front and people ask him open-ended questions. It could be nice. Ask him. Maybe he can give us an hour.
Pero
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to
it has to be in the day.
at night. Yeah, it doesn't have to be at 9 p.m. at night because that would kill him. But we can work around his time. We're home anyways.
Okay, if you want, I have no problem. Today he just gave it at 6 o'clock. I wasn't able to go on, but he gave one at 6 o'clock.
We could do it at 9 a.m. at his time.
No, 9 a.m. his time is 2 o'clock in the morning for us. Or 2 o'clock? Is it 6 hours or 7 hours now? They didn't change the clock.
They changed today or Motzei Shabbat, I forgot.
They're supposed to, but I don't think they are.
It's 6 hours now, but they're about to change.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, but it would be 2 o'clock in the morning for us, or whatever. There's no Tikkun Chatzot now. There's only Tikkun Leah. So I don't know if people are going to be up at the time. Fine, okay, but that's just another one. So here, by the way, you have it. Here you have the plate of the Seder Plate is placed at the end of the table or taking it off. It's still Tzarich Iyun there. So, okay, so we're going to have to find that out. And then it's brought back to its place, this is brought back to its place according to everybody. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let's continue. Let me go back to the sharing of the screen. Sharing. Okay, fine. Let's go back to the Mishnah Berura. There's the Mishnah Berura. Okay, next. The same halacha is when it comes to when you get to the maror zeh. But when it comes to Pesach, which Avotenu was in Mitzrayim, lo yochaz biyado basar. Do not take the basar in your hand. Then you're picking up the kochim outside. Because it looks like you're makdish this to Pesach. Okay? So very, very important. Okay? Which means that basically that the Pesach is different than everything else. By the maror, you point to the maror, you pick up the maror. By the matzah, you point or you pick up, whichever one it is, fine. But to do the Pesach, you don't do that. Okay? כתב המרדכי, וצריך לומר ונאכל שם מן הזבחים מן הנצחים, אוכלים תחילה מן החגיגה, דהיינו הזבח, אבל הפסח נחל על השובע. So, I don't know why he's changing the nusach. Here, by the way, the Chazon Ovadia just says you should look at the shank bone, but you shouldn't actually point to it or pick it up. And the other one, I'm not sure. It just says that shinochal shamina zevachim ino pesachim. I guess there were two different. Where is this? Yeah, no, we say that nusach. We say the nusach v'nochal sham min hazevachim min hapesachim. I guess there was a nusach that said the opposite way, and he said that it can't be because the zevachim is a chagiga. So first you eat the chagiga and then you eat the korban pesach. Was korban pesach was nechal alasova, and that's why the fikoman, which is zechel korban pesach and nechal alasova, is always last. So therefore, I don't know. I guess there was another nusach, and he's just saying you have to say first v'nochal min hazevachim and then min hapesachim. Okay, next. כשיגיע ללפיכך, מטביע את הכוס. When you get to לפיכך, you pick up the cup. So בישלה קדוש כתב, וגם כשיאמר הפיסקה והיא שעמדה לאבותינו ולנו. So when you say והיא שעמדה לאבותינו ולנו, right, also the same thing. Until והקדוש ברוך הוא מציל לנו מידם, you also pick up the cup, and then you have to cover the bread. Remember, whenever you're picking up the cup, you cover the bread. That was the main yesod that we had. Okay? Then it says here, the minhag was that according to the Rama, you're going to take out with the finger. So therefore, according to the Rama, it came out that there was going to be 16 times. Okay, now obviously there has to be something a little bit deeper than this, just about the 16 times. You understand? Like, if not, then what does it make sense? Just stomach 16 times. The Dirshu doesn't say anything about that?
Where are we exactly? I'm sorry.
We're in that basically that when by the 10 makot, you're supposed to take out with your finger with the, how do you call it, from the cup.
I know, but we're in the...
We're in Mishna Berura, Sif Katan, sorry, Mishna Berura, Sif Katan, Ayin Daled. It's a Mishna Berura Ayin Hey. He just answered it. Look in Ayin Daled. Ayin Daled says Betzbao. What does it mean Betzbao? Noagim lizrok be'etzba al shem etzba elokim hi. The no kumo shekdav v'agom minagim lizrok bezeret katan. Which means like this. There's two ways of doing it. According to the Ashkenazim, they're going to use their etzba. Remember, the etzba is the pointer, the index finger. Okay? He says not like the Hagot minagim. The Hagot minagim says you do with the zeret katan, with the pinky, with a small finger. So basically, according to Ashkenazim, in the Hagot minagim, you would take with the pinky, take from the cup, right, and take out. Yeah, you would take out like this, right, every single time. He says, really, you should be doing with your finger, not with a pinky, with your finger. But that's just by Elohim. How do you do it? You have to do it. We said 16 times. 16 times. Keneged otiotav yudvav. Otiot yudvav mishmo shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu sheikat paro. Right? We're talking about the otiot of yudvav that he hit. HaKadosh Baruch Hu hit paro.
We don't do it like this.
Well, obviously we don't do it like this. We have the minhag of pouring
On
one
every
and one
makot.
on every makot, and we also don't do it for the tzachadash be'achav, and we don't do it for the dam ba'eshke v'timrot ashan.
Yeah, we do it there.
You do it there?
We do it there. We do it both.
We do it on
Whoa,
both.
One more time. You guys do it for dam ba'esh v'timrot ashan.
Right.
Then you,
In the 10 makot.
and then in the 10 makot, and then again you do the tzachadash be'achav.
No, we just do it like this. I'm gonna go here. I have the Agada. We go into
It'd be interesting to know where our minhag comes from of pouring the cups instead of the fingers.
You want to laugh? The paper that I just sent you from Tangier actually
I'll
says that you do it
I'll
with a
send you a
finger.
few, Ronnie.
Even though we don't do it from the finger. This paper says that we do it from the finger.
Be'emet?
Yeah.
That's very weird because I've never seen
That
it
was
done with a
just
finger.
two communities in Tangier. There's another 25 that didn't.
You want to read? Look, here.
We don't do it like this. We don't do it with the finger. We do it with the cup.
Here.
But this paper says you do it with the finger. Increíble.
You know why? It says it 16 times because it says, here it also says that this is an Agada of Mishpachat Verdugo.
Okay.
And over here, it says to do it 16 times, and because it does it 10 times in the plagues,
Exactly. 3 times.
Then
in Dam
3
Va'esh
times.
V'timrot Ashan.
Then Datzah Hadash Be'achav 3 times.
Exactly. So that was the Rama. The Rama said that.
And the 3 times of Dam Va'esh Be'timrot Ashan.
Exactly. So that's what you guys do as well?
We do it like
don't
that,
do it
yeah.
in Dam Va'esh Be'timrot Ashan.
Yeah, we do it. We do it. Dam, Va'esh, Be'timrot Ashan. Claro que lo hacemos.
No, that's at the end, Daddy. Datzah Hadash Be'achav. But we don't
Pero al
start
principio
there. We
también,
start
Dam.
Dam, Sefardea, and then we do Datzah. We don't do it.
Machloket Aposkim and Mishpacha Verdugo. What does
Ask
Tito
my father.
say?
We don't do it.
What does Tito Yitzhak say?
ויבוא השלישי ויכריע ביניהם. ויבוא השלישי ויכריע ביניהם.
Here it
Unmute,
is.
unmute my father.
Señor Moisés, ¿cómo están?
Bien.
¿Cómo hacían para el...
Cuando hacen las plagas, ¿cómo salen cuando se echa el agua? ¿Dónde se
Con el dedo.
Con el dedo.
Wow.
Buena revoltina.
¿Ves? Pero
No,
nosotros
el
no hacemos
cáncer
con el
era
dedo.
así, pero lo cambiamos.
Así. Eso es lo que dice la página.
Wow.
Pero nosotros no hacemos así en la casa.
El vino con la uña.
Ok, pero ¿y cuándo era que se echaba? ¿Cuándo era que se echaba? ¿En las 10 plagas? ¿Cuándo más?
One second.
No se escucha.
Ari, ponte mute porque no se escucha porque hay gente hablando atrás.
No se hace así, 3 veces. Y para las makot con el vaso. Agua y vino a la vez.
Correcto, eso sí, así mismo lo hacemos.
Pero
Y así está escrito en la Gadá esta.
Di otra vez, ¿cuántas veces?
Para las
3
makot,
veces.
cada vez con agua y vino se le echaba. Y después, cuando son las 3, otra vez con el dedo. Así.
Pero 3 otras es de Hadash Be'achav o los 3 antes Dam Va'esh V'timrot Ashan, antes de las plagas. ¿Cuál era?
No, para las otras.
Los últimos, después de las plagas.
Pero papá, antes de las plagas también habían 3 que se hacen. Sí. Agarra una meguela, ¿ves? Se hace también. Agarra la Gadá y lo mira.
Señor Belacén, ¿qué tienes? ¿Tú puedes mandar un foto del tuyo, desde la Gadá que tú tienes?
Wow, es muy grande. Mira, aquí pone, hay que acostumbrar a verter 3 gotas de vino con el dedo a decir Dam Va'esh V'timrot Ashan. Y después, la mujer de la casa con un vaso de agua, y el jefe de la familia. ¿Aló?
Lo echa a la vez.
Así se hace en mi casa también. Agua,
La mujer
y vino
de la casa. Voy a seguir. Con un vaso de agua y el jefe de la familia con un vaso de vino vierten sus respectivas copas en un recipiente a medida que se enuncian las plagas. Y también cuando digan Datzah Hadash Be'achav. Son 13 veces. Y 3 veces antes con el dedo.
Okay, so now we have, I think we have now, I think now we have like 10 different customs now. So that means it comes out that they're doing it with the cups for the 10 makot and the Datzah Hadash Be'achav, and then you're doing it with a finger for the Dam Va'esh V'timrot Ashan. Interesting.
Correcto. Eso es.
Okay, very interesting. And Yitzchak, what did you say about why did he say because of the Yod Vav of the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu?
¿El cuál?
You said that it's like what the Mishna said. Why are you doing it 16 times? Keneged the otiyot Yod Vav of the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu when he hit Paro.
That's it.
But just HaKadosh Baruch Hu used the letters Yod Vav of his name, and that's why we're doing the same thing. Okay. I'm sure there's probably something much deeper than that, but okay, we're gonna have to see it then. Okay, fine. Next. Okay, so the truth is, I think we should make a list of all the different questions that we have.
El pobre de Ronnie va a hacer un Seder Arhamana. Yo creo que, déjalo que use Zoom, por favor.
Yo soy muy bueno usando los dedos. Si alguien quiere que yo use el dedo, me dicen.
Very good. Fine, let's go. So then it says here like this, okay? It says, yeah, pat megule. So the pat is going to be megule. What does that mean, megule? That's why it's called lechemoni. Shonin alav dvarim. Oni is not only because of affliction or because of poor man's bread, but also oni is because we answer things on it. So therefore, if the bread is always revealed, we are answering a lot of things on top of the bread. Okay? Then it says, Shelchez the kos biyado, that we're going to grab the cup in our hand. In order to always say shira layayin. They always say that enomrim shira layayin. That means whenever you're thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it should always be on the yain, on the wine. Okay? Then it says ve'az yechaseh pat, and then you're going to come and you're going to cover the bread. Shelo yireh boshto, that it shouldn't see its embarrassment, as is brought down in Siman Neshayin Aleph, Sif Tet. So again, whenever you're picking up the cup, you always cover the bread in order that it shouldn't see the embarrassment. Okay? Anything else on this that we missed? Anything that you want to add in from the...
Perdón, Rabino, hay una nota aquí abajo. ¿Por qué vertemos el vino? Aquí pone, nuestra copa no puede estar llena cuando le recordamos la aniquilación de los egipcios, pues como está escrito, no te alegres cuando caiga en tu enemigo. Proverbio 24:17.
Which means that when your enemies fall, you shouldn't rejoice. So therefore, when they are falling, so we can't be happy, so we're pouring out of our wine. Interesting. Okay. Here, by the way, I just saw it. It says that our minhag is to pour from the cup itself a little bit. It's a kaf ha'chayim, Sikatan Kufsanat Gimel, and Chazon Ovadia. So even though by the Mishnah Berura it said the etzba, right? Here, so this is actually our minhag. So our minhag is also like a Dota Mizrach, that we don't use the etzba, or maybe that they would only use the etzba for the first three, or whatever it is. But for sure, it's going to come from the actual cup in itself. Okay, so that was important. It's also interesting, why do you add the water? Maybe you're adding the water with the... And by the way, I once heard, tell me if you heard the same thing, that with this water and the wine that you have, if you throw it into the neighbor's property, it either makes them something bad happen to them. You know, so they sometimes used to throw it at the Goyim's property. You ever heard of that?
Yes.
You heard of that? Okay, no, because I remember...
Yes, we can't look either.
What did you say, Sammy? I couldn't hear.
When we're pouring, we can't look either.
Interesting. That I never heard. I never heard about when you're pouring. I just know that afterwards, I remember they used to always say as a joke, do you have any neighbors that you don't want around you? And then, you know, like, Keilu, Zama, if yes, you know, you just say Kaddish, you know, you just pour it over on their property, and that's it. I actually, by the way, you should know, I had somebody in Gibraltar that they did that. They used to have a bar underneath them, and it was always causing them problems. So they did that with the wine of the Avdalah. The leftover wine, you know, when you pour out on Avdalah, they threw it down there, and it caused at least two of the landlords, like the two of the people, they had to move out from the bar. They keep on, you know, getting new landlords, but at least it was getting rid of them, Zama. So anyway, fine. Okay, so we just finished now, Siman.
It just says to wash your hands after.
Yeah, it says to wash your hands after doing that?
Sí, verdad. Mi madre lavaba la mano de mi padre cuando vertía el vino.
Whoever did it would wash their hands.
Oh, wow. Where's that written?
First, it's written in the Haggadah. Okay.
In the Avotenu? You're in the Avotenu one?
No, esta es la de Mishpach al Verdugo.
Okay.
Pero déjame ver. Let me see. On this one.
Sí, yo me acuerdo de eso.
No, my father also lo hacía. El que lo hacía, se lavaba las manos.
I'm surprised that eso es un chidush para ti, Rabbi, because in all our homes it was like that.
The truth is, I'm going to tell you something. I remember that anyway, they used to throw it into the toilet. So I guess anyway, if you're throwing it into the toilet, you're going to have to do netilat time coming out. So I guess it was obvious.
Avotenu también dice.
Yeah, okay.
Shotef et yadav kemo netilat yadayim. Y te las lavas, Ronnie, sin verajá.
But you need to clean your hands at the mother and the father, or
what's the Ronnie sin verajá each time?
Anda por ahí, it's high.
There's some internal joke there.
Mira, Rav Chaim
The
Kanievsky
Persians
también
also
lo
have that
hizo.
the minhag. That
I don't
not
know.
to make sure not to touch.
Interesting. Okay. In the Petach Tikva one doesn't actually say anything. Very weird. Very, very weird. I'm gonna try to find out if I could try to find out. Okay.
Because the Petach Tikva is probably like this one, like the Oziel, which doesn't say anything.
No, that's what it is. That's what I'm the one that I have.
Right, that one doesn't say a thing anywhere.
No, he does. That's why I told you. The one about the Kiddush cup, when do you fill up the cup of the second cup? So we brought down over here, right before you came in, we brought down that according to Maran and the Dot and Mizrach and probably like, in the different places, you should do it right before Manishtana. So I told him that I think that the custom was to do by Halach Manya, and he does have it there. And then we found it in the Otzrot Agada that was actually the Rambam. So the Rambam says that. So that's where we do it. We fill up the cups, and then we do the Bivilu and the Lachmanya and everything else. But according to Shita Maran, if you're Medayek Maran in our Siman, it's only after Halachmanya. It's right before the Manishtana. So if I remember correctly, the Rabbi Benaim, he says it to do it by the Manishtana, which means Rabbi Benaim was not going like the Moroccan custom. Rabbi Benaim was going like a Doton Mizrach. Look, you have the Rabbi Benaim, the one there?
Yes.
Yeah, so look at page 60 of Rabbi Benaim. Se vuelven a llenar los copas y se quita el plato. Right? This is on page, this is right before Manishtana. This is incorrect. Our custom was like the Rambam, which was to do it before Halachmanya, before the Bivilu. Okay, fine. Okay, so Bezrat Hashem, listen, we're going to continue then. Tonight is Thursday night. So you guys tell me whether you want to do it on, we start again on Sunday night.
How about Motzei Shabbat?
I'm good with Motzei Shabbat too.